Good morning, everybody. And last night I was able to give the state of the city to the city council. And I'd go over some highlights with you. And of course, as we always do, we will also mail you a copy of it so you can see everything that is in the state of the city. But a few things we had, of course, I told the council how honored I am to be able to have this position and to be able to do all that we've been able to accomplish in the city. We went over finances, general fund revenues exceeded expectations, especially as you guys may remember with the loss of the county ambulance service. We were a little worried, but we actually had increases in almost every area except for that area and ended up having a surplus and were able to put back into the reserves at the end of the year too. General fund balance increased by about $151,000. Our water fund performed well also. We had a small increase, about $15,000. And then our street fund, we actually had to pull from reserves, a little over $100,000 due to all the flooding this year and street repairs we have, especially over in our gravel road areas. When there's a flood, we usually have some pretty serious damage on those roads. Bond and grants, again, we're close to $2.3 million in our grants since I've come into office. We're very excited about that. Of course, those are specific items that those go to, and when you get a grant, you can't switch that grant to something else. It has to be used for that item. And if you look around towns at our parks and stuff, we just got a new grant that planted trees, and they actually planted the trees and did everything. City didn't have to do anything for that grant but have the place for them. So next time you buy Old Town Park or something, take a look. You'll see some really beautiful trees there, and also at the Hiwassee Park they were planted there too. So when you get a chance, go drive by both of those and take a look. We also had Toddler Park is going to be done this year. That was approved by a grant last year, and then we also had the tennis courts going in over at Hiwassee Park, which is also part of a grant. Development, of course, we saw a lot of new houses done this year. We had a groundbreaking on Casey's that should be done shortly, and then of course we're getting ready to have the groundbreaking on the O'Reilly store. We added online software for planning and development, which is, as it's ramping up, is a really great thing to have. It's going to make it a lot easier for builders and anybody who's getting some type of permit that has to have inspections. They'll be able to go online in the future. We'll also be able to send out emails when something's inspected, so that it just makes it easier on everybody when they're having to have some type of inspection process being done. Public safety, we saw 5,500 training hours this year, which is a great accomplishment. And departments also responded to a couple of difficult issues. Very proud of them, how they handled that this year. And can't guarantee nothing bad ever happens in town, but it's great when the town comes together and our fire department and police department do such a good job in those things. Water and sewer, they had more than 1,500 work orders and over 740 requests to locate utilities this year, which kept them very busy. We continue to pursue the water rights in Hiwassee. That's based off of a state law, and thankfully Bella Vista decided not to pursue water rights within the city limits of Gravette from Centerton this year. We're thankful that they chose not to do that. And streets, of course, we saw a grant that we received from the state. This grant was $250,000 grant. Again, the city didn't have to do anything. The state did the bidding. The state came in and their contractors took care of it. They oversaw it. It was able to get Main Street, Detroit Street areas, 2nd Southwest was all done off of that grant. We were also able to see several streets chipped and sealed over in the Hiwassee area too from our bond money, and happy to get any of the street stuff we can get done using grants that we don't have to use direct taxpayer money from the city of Gravette. We also have library. Library saw over $35,000 in grants and donations, which is a big deal for them to be able to raise that kind of money to go towards lots of programs. They have new programs and doing a lot of focus on coding and stuff to help the kids in the next generation on computers and that type of stuff. And we're excited to see the direction the library is going and what they're going to do over the next several years. And then in administration, we added a YouTube, Instagram, Twitter to help. Of course, these video updates that I'm giving, we added this year to just kind of help keep everybody informed of what's going on. And then last but not least, I'd like to just give a special thanks to all the city council, the city employees, all the department heads. We just couldn't do this without a team working together. And I can't say thank you enough to everybody who helps get everything done that we need to get done. And then I'd also like to add real quick, also at our meeting last night, one of the main things we got done was we had a catastrophic leak ordinance that somehow got removed with another ordinance, and we added that ordinance back in so that anybody who has a catastrophic leak in water can get some relief from that whenever that happens. And hopefully it doesn't happen to you, but if it does, you can get that relief. And one more real quick thing, a lot of people have call us about water went up 1 month or went down 1 month. And if you'll just take a quick look at your monthly water bills, you will see the date it's read on. So if 1 month it may be read on, say, the 25th of the month, and you may only have 27 days of reading, and the next month you may have 34 days in that cycle. So that difference between 27 and 34, if you have an extra 5, 6, 7 days of usage, it will make your bill go up, and then the next month it'll come back down again. So when you see that type of stuff, just look on there. That's what I see on my bill. That's what I see on any other bills that I look at when they go up by $20 or so. Usually that's the case. You'll get a low bill 1 month because you're actually less days, and then the next month it may be a little higher. You guys have a good weekend, good visiting with you, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.